Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart and welcome back to a new pick a card reading. We are going to do another love reading and the question we will be answering is, what is your love life going to look at in 1 month? So what's going to happen, what it will be like, and what this relationship is all about. So we have 5 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. And you can pick the one you feel most drawn to. If you have some issues with that, I can put on some crystals. Wait a minute. There they are. We have the rose quartz for pile number 1, the clear quartz for pile number 2, the amethyst cluster for pile number 3, the pyrite for pile number 4, and the lapis lazuli for pile number 5. I think it's a beautiful stone, by the way. So really take your time to decide which pile you feel most drawn to. We will be looking into your relationship before we are going to look at what will happen in 1 month, just to be sure that you are in the right pile. But of course, if you are single at the moment and you don't have anyone in mind, then we are looking at the energy of you and that person without you knowing that person yet. And you can't really decide if that is you. But then at least you can be drawn to one of the 2 parties in this relationship and you feel like, oh well, I think that could be me. And then we are pretty sure that you are in the right pile. So that's what we're gonna do. Pick the pile you feel most drawn to and I'll see you there. Hello my lovely pile number 1. If you chose the little poodle with the rose quartz, this is going to be your reading. And let's start with the animal cards to see what personalities are in this relationship. We have the peacock with Let It Shine on one side. And on the other side we have porcupine. And as I told you guys in my previous videos, we are not going to look at the advice or the information, just at the animals themselves to see what kind of energies you have. The shared main energy is the ocean. And the energy that is between the 2 of you at this moment is angst, and it means fear in English. So yeah, there is a lot of fear within this connection. Maybe this fear is just present right now, or this energy will be there in 1 month too. We are not sure, but maybe we can see that later in the tarot if the fear has disappeared or if it is still present in a month. But let's start out with the 2 personalities in this connection. We have the peacock and the porcupine. Let's start with the porcupine because I think that's the most... Well, no. I think they are both big personalities, but the porcupine is more of a smaller in stature person, but has a great personality and a great attitude. They can be very witty, very sarcastic. And yeah, so they make up their small stature with their personality. And that's all I have to say about the porcupine actually. So they are very fun, very sarcastic, and they're not very large. Then on the other side we have the peacock. And the peacock is a very look at me kind of person. They are very friendly, very sociable, but they love to be seen. And I think they have a lot to show other people as well. They have achieved a whole lot and they deserve to be proud of who they are. And especially with this peacock, we can see that this person has a really open heart. So I think they do show their emotions quite often. They're not afraid, not holding it back. So yeah, that's the two personalities in this relationship. And with fear as the main energy at this moment, I feel like the peacock isn't afraid to share their fears or their emotions with the porcupine person. Although I see that the porcupine is looking the other way. So maybe the porcupine person is not really... Maybe they are so scared that they are running away from this relationship. And of course, you can be together at this moment or single at this moment. But it's just the two energies that are in your relationship. So it might even be possible that you haven't met this person yet, but you will be in some kind of relationship in a month. Now let's look at the main energy. This is the overall energy of your relationship, and it's the ocean. The ocean is very deep. So I feel like this is a very deep and strong connection between the two of you. A lot of emotions, and I feel like all these fears will be talked about within this relationship, and they will be healed and integrated. So there is a lot of positive energy going on in this group. I can feel all the joyous energy, and yeah, I really like it so far. Very curious what the tarot has to say. So I am going to remove these cards, and we are going to get back with the tarot. Okay, I laid out all the tarot. Now it's time to talk about it. And we're starting out with the sun. So the month will start off very positively, and you just feeling like you have everything you want within this relationship. Everything is going well. Or maybe you are just feeling very content with yourself when you're single. Could be either way, of course, but you are feeling very content. The sun is out, you are feeling happy and joyous. But it is followed by the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Three of Pentacles usually is all about collaboration, but because it's in reverse, it feels like there is some disorganization within the relationship or just within yourself. Maybe you're just feeling very disorganized at this moment, and things are maybe just, you feel like you are losing a bit of control, and there is a need to get practical about your life at this time. Maybe just set some practical standards within the relationship, setting some rules together, deciding what things are okay and what things you don't like from each other. Just really being pragmatic about it and not as much emotional, but just setting some rules, setting some standards, and yeah, working those things out. With the Two of Swords that follows the Emperor, and it's in reverse, we see that you will have to make a decision, but it feels like there is no way to... It feels like there is no way to make this decision. It feels like both decisions are as bad as the other. So you might as well just do one of the two without really thinking about it, because it's in reverse. But just know that that's not true. This decision is important, and there is not a sense of loss within this decision. I mean, it may seem like it is, but Spirit is asking you to be really concerning about it, because sometimes it is easier to go for the option that seems best in the short term, or just fun at the moment, but it could have huge consequences in the long run. These both cards are also reversed, and this is all about that decision making, that you do really have to pay attention to the options that you have, carefully weigh them out, really go within to get the clarity on what decision is best for you within this relationship. So there is going to be some turmoil in a month within this relationship. I think it will be especially at the end of the month, especially because we have them later on in the reading. But yeah, there will be some discussions and decisions to be made. Now I want to get some oracles, maybe just to get some more information about this relationship. So let's see. So what we already have right here is level up. So these decisions being made are probably just about leveling up your relationship. Doesn't have to mean that everything is falling apart. It just means that maybe some adjustments are needed to be made to this relationship in order to level up. And I think that is wonderful. I know that going through some hardships isn't always fun, but I think that it has to be done. We have affectionate, so maybe you guys are very affectionate with each other, and that helps getting you through these rougher periods or these discussions, so that maybe you have a difficult talk and after that you can just cuddle it out and just really keep in touch with each other. We also have children. So maybe these discussions are about the children or about having children. And again, with the leveling up, it might be that one of you wants children or both of you want children, but about a discussion about how you are going to raise them, what you want for them, anything like that. But it does concern children. And we also have patient. So be patient with these discussions that you will have. Just know that your partner loves you. And we saw fear as one of the cards in the previous part. So maybe you just have to be patient with your partner because there is some fear about children. They are maybe afraid that they can't provide for them or that they are not good enough as parents. But just be patient, and also within the decision making, be sure that you have that clarity before you make any decision and that you really, really think it through, because it is important. And within this decision that you feel like it's impossible to win, there is probably one option, maybe even when you go within that you find a third option that actually works and doesn't let you down in one way or the other. I kind of want one more, or I'm gonna take a look at just the normal messages. I had just, wait, they are a little bit switched around, so I'm turning them right now. I wonder what happened with these. Sometimes Spirit is just, I don't know, maybe just wanting me to take things a little slower. That's why they're messing it up. But hey, there we go. So I wanted to get a message from these cards as well, at least one. There we go. Oops, it fell under the table. And yeah, there it is. It is, I know what I want. So maybe you both are a little bit stubborn, and there is some trouble with finding a middle ground, but I think there is a big need to find that middle ground to level up and to become a happy family, even though it doesn't have to mean that you will have children. If one of the two of you doesn't want children, you have to find that middle ground. So that was the message I have for you guys. I hope it resonated. Give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I would love it. I am just starting out and I am trying to grow my channel. And I really want to help everyone and give you guys some information. And yeah, that can't happen if nobody watches my channel. So I really hope it resonated. I really hope it gave you some guidance and some advice for the upcoming month. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys, have a great day. Hello my lovely pile number 2. If you chose this little dog with the beanie and the clear quartz, this is going to be your reading. And let's see what we have for you guys today. So let's start with the spirit animals. We have a wheel spirit, and again, we're not going to look at the advice or anything, just at the animals. And we also have the fox. So you can feel like you are either one of them, but it could also feel like you are kind of both, just depending on your relationship, of course. Then we have the general energy is the hunter. And the energy at this moment is control. Controle in Dutch. So there we go. Let's start out with the animals though. So we want to know who is in this connection and if you are in the right pile, of course. So let's start with wheel spirit. Whales are very conscious, very connected with spirit. And they are kind of like dolphins as well. They are very connected with the world, and they are very easygoing, and they want what's best for everybody. They are not as selfish. They tend to be just group animals. That's what I think. Yeah. But they are huge, and they are very knowledgeable, easygoing. Yeah. That's about it for the whale. So very friendly, very easygoing, and pretty knowledgeable as well. They have seen a lot. They are very old. They can get very old, so they have seen a lot, and they take all this knowledge with them. On the other side, we have fox spirit. Foxes are a little bit of a loner, and they only have eyes in the mating season, and then they will do everything to get their person or their mate. They are very clever. They can be very playful, and they are often very beautiful. So this person that is the fox side is probably very beautiful, very pretty and clever, but they are more of a introvert. But again, they are also very clever and beautiful. So yeah, just see for yourself which one of the two you feel you are, and or maybe you feel like you are both and your person could be both as well. Could just be a sign that you are mirroring each other. And I would just want to mention that the wheel person could be a water sign and the fire could be a fire sign, so water and fire. But that doesn't have to be the case, but it could be, just to mention that. The main energy between the two of you is the hunter. And with the hunter, I really get that idea of the runner and the chaser, and that someone is really chasing behind the other, really on the hunt to get their prize possession, and that is the other person. And that fits in really well with the other card with control. So I see some jealousy issues, some control issues, and yeah, I think the fox person is the one that is a little bit controlling and really trying to manage this relationship as good as they can. Of course, that's not terrible, but it could be something to work on. But yeah, the main energy in this relationship at this moment is control, and I think it would be better if that control would just take it down a notch. Now, I'm very curious to see what we have to say of the relationship in a month. So I'm gonna wipe out these cards and we will get some tarot out. Okay, so I laid out the tarot and I am ready to dig in. By the way, I wanted to say that it doesn't matter if you're single or not. It is just the relationship itself. It might be that you are meeting this person within a month, or yeah, but I think you probably know this person by now. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We are starting out with the World. So it is the end of a big chapter, and you will be starting out with something new soon. So within a month you are ending this chapter, and I feel like the information is about the ending of that chapter. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, we can see that you get a lot of criticism from the outside world, and you are probably, or your relationship is getting a lot of negative comments from other people, a lot of criticism. And yeah, I think you guys are trying to weather that storm and just stay happy together without letting this ruin your relationship. But it does have a big impact on your relationship and on you as yourself, just because you do need a lot of time and rest to recover with this Four of Swords. It was in reverse, and it means that you really, really, really need time out. You need time to rest and recover. So something has happened, probably all this criticism from other people, but it does really take a toll on you and on your relationship. And you guys just need some time together, some time out to handle and to recuperate from this situation. You might even be going on a holiday or just a weekend away to maybe just get back together and really just let all those comments fall away and just fall back in love together without all those negative comments. And with the Two of Wands, we can see that you were trying to build a nest, you were trying to build a stable environment, but there were just things holding you back at that time. And with the resting, you will be able to do so. You will be continuing on building this relationship instead of just feeling like you are held back at the time. By the way, aren't these cards gorgeous? I really love this card in particular. Just feels so homey and nurturing and kind. But yeah, you do need that. So just take that time out and work on your relationship together. Maybe with the control issues as well. I feel like maybe that is something that needed to be talked about, and maybe that is the cause of this criticism, that maybe people are commenting on the fact that it feels like the one is the boss in the relationship, and sometimes it might feel like people don't realize that you both want to be in this relationship, and they might think that you were forced into it. But yeah, it is really time to just take that time off together and really enjoy each other instead of just repeating these critics in your head and just ruining your relationship by overthinking about them. And the end result of the month is very positive, with the King of Wands and the Six of Wands. They came out together. The King of Wands is very strong and passionate and knows what he wants. And I think that's how you will be together. Very strong, very passionate. I bet this relationship is very passionate and very... Because you have fire and a water sign, most of the times this can be a very explosive energy. So, but I think it's in a good way. And also with the Six of Wands, with the beautiful peacock, we can see that your relationship is this beautiful, beautiful peacock with all these beautiful feathers, and you are allowed to display that beautiful relationship that you have. And I think you guys will be doing so. I think after this time out, you will come back stronger, and you will show the world that you have an amazing relationship and that you guys are proud of what you have built together. And you're like showing the other people the middle finger, like, see, your critics are bullshit and we are doing amazing. We are very happy. And you guys together have overcome this obstacle of all these critics and just came out stronger as a power couple. That's what I'm seeing. Now I want to see some, what do I call them? little love cards, I guess. I made them myself because I couldn't find the love oracle from, I think, Colette Baron. No, from Doreen Virtue. I wanted the romance and angels, but I couldn't find them anymore, so I tried to make something similar myself. Oops. Okay. So we have Level Up. They were all kind of acting crazy in my hands, but I can see which ones they wanted me to call out. Then we have Understanding. So you guys are leveling up, especially with the World card and then coming out stronger. You are leveling up. That's why everything is happening. Then we have Understanding. So maybe you will find more understanding for each other as well as for the people that are criticizing you. But you can lovingly say that you know better and you might see where they come from, but it's just not true, or it's not, you have worked on these issues and they are just not there anymore. Just making that clear to all the people. Then we have Unrequited Love. So maybe this is what the people are criticizing you about. Could also be that you are single and people are commenting on the fact that you are waiting for a particular person, and they see it as unrequited love, but you know that you are in a special relationship, and although it might seem unrequited, that you just know from the inside that this relationship is meant to be, and you stand strong in just your inner knowing, and you are proud to just grow into the person that you want to be, and you know that this person will be coming back. So that's another interpretation that I just remembered. So yeah, you could just get a lot of harsh critic about the fact that you are alone, or it is the critic that you were not supposed to be with this person. At least that's what people tell you, and it's not true. Now, what else do we have? We have Balance. So it is important to find that balance again, and that's why you need that rest, that period to just calm down a little bit, to rebalance, to recalibrate. This could be, of course, if you're single, this could be alone or with friends, but it could also be with your partner when you're in a relationship. And last but not least, we have Confusion. So maybe some people are confused about your relationship, and that's why they are having all that criticism. Or maybe because of all that criticism, you are getting confused yourself. Because when so much people are commenting on something, you might even doubt yourself, your feelings. And maybe you just need that time to just feel your energy and just stay with your guns, stick with your guns. You know yourself best. You know the relationship best. And also when you are in a relationship, maybe you are confused because of those critics and you are going to doubt the relationship, but yeah, you will get out of this confusion. You will understand everything and you will find clarity by just taking that well-needed rest. There we go. Now I have one oracle left. I also made this one myself. I'm sorry, I really can't find any good love decks. So if you have any recommendations, please comment them down below, or I would love for you guys to just send them to me as well. I would definitely love to use them. I do like these as well, but I know they don't look as professional as like the real deal decks that are actually like printed instead of written down myself. But let's see what they want to say for the upcoming month, for in a month. Damn! It's landed like 2 meters away, or like, I think it's 5 feet or something. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna walk over there and get the card. Okay. I got it. And the message is, I wish I was with you right now. So yeah, this relationship is definitely mutual, even when you're single and people are telling you that it's not. If you are the person that is a little bit controlling and the other person is maybe trying to ignore you or staying away. So I think if you are the fox person, this will person does definitely wish that you were here right now, but maybe the energy is just too much at this moment. And yeah, if you are in a relationship, maybe you guys are just working so hard that you don't have the time for each other. And yeah, you guys just miss each other a lot because you don't have that time to hang out together. Kind of want one more, so let's see. There we go. And it is we will be together. So for the single people, just know that you guys will be together and there is no need to be confused or worried that you are all making this up. Because I understand that if all your friends and family are commenting about the fact that this person just left you in the cold and doesn't want to be with you, or that why the hell are you waiting for someone that doesn't even show anything to you, it could feel like that this unrequited love, but just know that you guys will be together and they want to be with you. So yeah, a lot of positivity right for in the month. So a lot to look forward to, but just know that these critics are coming or they are already there, and you really need some time for you and or time together to let those comments just get out of your energy field and just to be happy together. And I see you resolving that very soon, and you being proud of the relationship that you are in and just standing strong for what you believe in. So that was the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting out and I love to do readings for people and help people out, but I can't do that if I don't have any followers and nobody sees my videos. But I really appreciate you guys watching and just commenting and liking. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys. Hello my lovely pile number 3. If you chose this little cat with the amethyst cluster, this is going to be your reading. So let's get into some oracle cards first. We are going to see who are in this relationship, then it's the general energy of the reading, of the relationship, and last but not least the energy at this moment. So let's start out with the people. We have the sandpiper on one side, and on the other side we have the vulture. The general energy of this relationship is Alethea, and the energy at this moment is eenwording, and it means unity in English. This is Dutch, by the way, if you're curious. So let's put it like this. Let's start out with the two people in this relationship. On the one side we have the sandpiper, someone that is very energetic and very lifelike, very playful. As you can see, they are very active, they stamp with their feet a lot. So this person is probably very energetic, maybe into working out a lot, and just playful, happy energy. So in general they are very outgoing, very positive, and very active. The other person in this relationship is the vulture. Sorry, I hope. Yeah, that's better. And the vulture is very sociable as well, but could be more of an introvert. Some vultures don't have the apparatus to make any sound, and that makes them quiet, very quiet. So this could be the case within this person, that they can be very quiet at times. The vulture sometimes hunches over, so maybe your person has a little bit of a hunch doesn't have to be the case for everybody, but maybe some of you it will be. And yeah, very sociable, very intelligent, and you are both looking towards each other, what makes me think that you guys really have attention for each other. You are probably in a relationship at this moment. And now let's take a look at the general energy in this relationship. And this is aletheia. And the word is not very common, I think, but it does mean truth. So I believe that you both just know the truth of this relationship. We can also see the mirroring of the rose on both sides, and then we can also see some kind of yin yang with the black inside of the white and the white inside of the black. So I'm pretty sure this is a twin flame relationship because of these clear indication of the truth behind this relationship, the yin yang, the mirroring, and also that within the animals we both have birds. And yeah, I think there is a lot of mirroring going on in this relationship, and this relationship is at a very happy point because we have unity as the energy at this moment. So you probably are together at this moment and everything is going pretty smooth. For the signs, the sandpiper could be an air sign or a water sign, and the vulture an air sign. But that doesn't have to be the case. But for some people, this might be a little bit of a synchronicity. And yeah, it always comes in nicely when it does match, of course. But it doesn't have to be the case. So if you and your person aren't air signs or an air and a water sign, it doesn't mean that this reading isn't for you. But very positive vibes and a very, yeah, with the unity, it's just lovely to start out like that, isn't it? So now I'm going to remove these cards and we are going to get into the tarot. Okay, so I laid out the tarot, so let's talk about it. The first card we have is the Five of Swords with a manta ray. And it came out reversed, and that shows us that you are trying to walk away from a difficult situation. There is a fight that both of the ends, so both people are not willing to concede, and the message is that maybe you should be the bigger person and take the fall this time in order to be able to move on. But we have the Tower next to it, so that shows that probably you conceding does cause a Tower moment, a big shift that is coming, and I feel like you have known that this was coming, especially because this fight has been going on for a while, or this issue has been going on for a while. But yeah, this will cause a big shift. You conceding will cause that big shift. And the thing is that with you conceding, it is time to really recognize what's going on with judgment and see it for what it is. And if you don't try to let go of this situation, if you're not just deciding to concede, this will only cause you to have bad fortune. It will only cause stalemate. It will only cause delays for you and your relationship. So either way, if you are in a relationship or if you're single, this situation is going to come up. And I think when you're single, it is going to be between the two of you. That maybe that you are still fighting for this relationship and someone else is at this moment not willing to put in effort. Maybe then it is time to concede, give up the fight, and just let it flow naturally. And of course that hurts and it'll bring a lot of emotions, but then it makes it able to have a rebirth moment and to move on in a higher level of your relationship. And if you are together, this could be anything really. Maybe you are having a fight about, or maybe you are having a discussion about how to raise kids, or a discussion about where to live. Some discussion that just needs to be solved at this moment. And yeah, I'm sorry to tell you guys, but you are the one that has to take the fall, because otherwise you're not going to get anywhere and you are just going to delay the inevitable. So yeah, you better just take your loss and just be the bigger person in this situation, although yeah, that doesn't feel great, right? And that was what I'm seeing here. And with the Seven of Swords as well, you have to be able to fight those fears, to let go of. And maybe just with that taking the loss, it is you feel the need to really see what was brought up and to heal that part that you just dismissed by letting go of your the direction that you chose and that you are having to give up at this moment. So it's really time to work through and do that in order to level up and yeah, create balance back into this relationship. And yeah, I think it is going to be hard to decide to not keep on fighting for what you believe in within this decision, but it is best for your relationship, and it is best for the health of your relationship to stay united and sometimes to give in rather than pick a fight with each other. Now I want to see what these little cards have to say. These are inspired by the romance angels from Doreen Virtue, but I couldn't find them, so I decided to try and make my own version. But let's see what they have to say for you guys. My dog is sleeping behind me, so I hope her snoring doesn't make too much noise. Whoops. Okay, so let's see what we have for now. This is pretty cool already. So the first card I saw was Reconciliation. And that's exactly what you are going to have to do in order to keep this unity healthy, this relationship healthy. You have to be reconciling with your partner or with the person that you believe is your person, but maybe you are not together at this moment. But it is time for this reconciliation and really talk out your differences. And maybe just admit that you might have been wrong, or just choose the higher ground and just decide that you're not going to keep on picking this fight any longer. Just because you know that in the end it will only cause you more delays. We have a romantic, so maybe this relationship's romance will be heightened once this is over, when you finally found your answers, your direction, you told your partner that you would go with his decision or her decision, just because you know that in the end you want truce and not picking a fight with each other because you love that person. We also have adventurous. So yeah, maybe you are going on a little adventure, or that it feels very adventurous to take this decision instead of always sticking to your guns. Then we have attractive. Your person does think that you are very attractive, and maybe even now that you maybe like submit to, or you are more submissive in a more feminine energy, maybe letting the other person decide, that makes them think that you are even more attractive. And we have very soon. So this problem will be resolved very soon once you decide to give in and not pick that fight any longer. So that's a positive energy. Now I have some other cards. I also made them myself. Just the lack of good love decks here in Europe caused me to make them myself. If you know any good ones, you could of course comment them down below, or I would love to receive some. I have a wish list made, so maybe, or just order the one that you think is best, because I'm always up for something new. But let's see what this one has to say first. There we go. We will be together. So maybe if you are not at the moment, just know that you will be together in a month. And maybe you will be together once this situationship is talked about. I kind of want one more. This one wanted to pop out. I feel you when you are not around. So yeah, this inner knowing, this truth, this aletheia, it's definitely there for your person as well. Even if you are not with this person at the moment, very soon you will be together, and the energy is gaining momentum. Soon you will be together. They can already feel you, so you are just preparing for these last steps to finally reunite. So a very positive reading, and I felt very positive energies, and that's always nice to see. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please give it a like. You're always allowed to comment and subscribe to my channel. I would love for you guys to join my journey, and yeah, I would love to read for you another time. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye guys. Hello my lovely pile number 4. If you chose this little dog and the pyrite, this is going to be your reading. I just took a little break and went for a walk with the dogs, and they are pretty tired at the moment. So I hope they're not gonna make too much noise, but they are, I don't know what it's called, like sighing a lot or just making a lot of noise because they are trying to cool down. So I hope that noise is not too irritating to you guys. But let's start out with the oracle cards and the personalities in this relationship. We're starting out with the koala on one side. And on the other side we have the white raven. And the main energy is the river. And the energy that is between the two of you in a month is verwarring, which means confusion. So there is confusion between the two of you. But now first we're going to talk about the two people in this relationship. I'm going to move them a bit to the side though, so they are a little bit more centered. Let's start out with the koala. So the koala is someone that is very loving and very kind, but they are only kind and friendly to the people close to them. So it's very much possible that this person is very lovey-dovey, cozy when they are with you, or that you are this person, and that when you are in a group of people that you don't know, you are very closed off, not really the extrovert person. But they are very loving in nature and very cuddly and fuzzy. On the other side, we have the white raven. And the white raven is very knowledgeable, very spiritual, and has learned and grown a lot. They have seen it all, they have been through it all, and they just know what they want, and they're not playing any tricks anymore. They just are the way they are, and they are still trying to improve themselves, but they are not trying to fake anything, not trying to change the person that they are. And the signs that I see here are the earth signs with the koala and the air signs with the white raven. But this doesn't mean that you have to be either one of these signs. And yeah, you should feel like you are one of the two, but it also could be possible that you feel like you are both inside of this relationship. But that just means that there is some mirroring going on. The main energy we have for you guys is the river. And the river, the current, it is the forgiveness, the washing away of things that are not serving you any longer. And within this relationship, I feel like it is the leveling up of this relationship and just dissolving everything that doesn't match your energy and the relationship's vibration. So everything that doesn't belong in your relationship will be taken with the stream and will be gone, and the water stays clear. But the energy at this moment is the confusion. So maybe you guys are trying to find a way to work together, or maybe there is some issues regarding communication on how to go further. But yeah, there is a lot of confusion going on within this relationship. So the chance is that you guys are not together at the moment, but you could be together, but not really communicating a lot. And yeah, otherwise, single people, you are probably not talking to this person very much as well. But this relationship does have a higher purpose. As we can see with the White Raven, I think you are pretty far along in the relationship, or at least in this transformation that this river creates, because you are already a White Raven, and this is a very wise, ancient energy. And when you are starting a relationship, or you are just starting to transform, you're not going to be a White Raven yet. You start out of something young and innocent, and this is like a wise old person. Not per se old, but just been through a lot. Let's say it like that, because I would never want to call you guys old. Now I'm very curious to see what the tarot has to say, so give me a minute to remove these and get the tarot out. So here I have the tarot cards already laid out. Let's get into it. So with the Five of Cups in reverse, I see you forgiving yourself, or even forgiving your partner, the person that we just saw. So forgiveness is going to be very important at the beginning, and the forgiveness gives you a changed perspective, or maybe it causes your person to change their perspective. But a change of perspective is needed to move forward with this relationship. And you see this pretty bird. And what I'm also seeing is that you have imposter syndrome, or you had imposter syndrome, and that's probably the thing that is going to change, and that you need to change your perspective on. So you have to forgive yourself for having this imposter syndrome, but it is time to realize that you are doing amazing, and there is no need to feel like an imposter. Your person likes you for who you are. You don't have to pretend to be anything else. And you just being you is good enough. It's not that you have to pretend to be anything better than that. And that is where you have to take your loss, maybe, or just accept that you are actually good enough, instead of just keep on repeating these negative thoughts in your mind. It's time to swim away from these negative thoughts, and that's what this manta ray is doing. He is swimming away from the swords, and that's what you should do too. You should learn to be proud of everything that you have achieved and who you are so far. And you have come a great way, otherwise you wouldn't have been depicted as the, let's see where it is, the White Raven. I mean, nobody just becomes the White Raven when they are young. It's not that just like that you turn into a White Raven. A lot of experiences and a lot of lessons were learned to become this magical animal. And yeah, you should know that, and you should be proud of everything that you have been through and all those lessons that you have learned. So really, it is time to change your perspective on this situation and on what you are and who you are. and just be proud of that. And that's what I'm also seeing with this Ace of Swords. Just you learning to be proud and resilient and standing in your truth. Just knowing that you are an amazing person, and yeah, that you are worth it, and this relationship is just teaching you a whole lot. And it doesn't mean that your person doesn't love you. It's just that sometimes there are some challenges on the way, and they are just here to teach you to be strong and to be confident, because there is no need to feel any less than that. And with the Death card, we are seeing some kind of rebirth and a new lesson that has been taught to you guys. Maybe a little ego death that caused you to become that new person. And maybe your relationship has been through some kind of death as well. Maybe with you realizing that you're not worthless, that you are worthy, that you have accomplished a great deal. When you get rid of this imposter syndrome by changing that perspective, your relationship can transform too, and for the better. And maybe you can see eye to eye a whole lot better then, and just unite even stronger. As you can see, we have 2 axolotls, and I feel like it might not be a heart, but it kind of looks like a heart. But I see a very strong relationship that is coming about. So that's just beautiful. But you have to get rid of that imposter syndrome. There's no need to feel insecure about anything. And I know it's easy to say and it's harder to do. Maybe it is a good idea to write in your journal, just write things out. Maybe just make a list of everything that you are proud of, that you are, that you did, where you come from, just to get a little bit of a perspective on what a big transformation you have been through already. That's just the main thing. Now I want to see with the romance cards what other messages we have. I made them myself. I always wanted the Doreen Virtue, I think. I'm not sure, the romance angels, but they are sold out everywhere. I can't find them, and I couldn't find any good oracles, so I decided to make one myself. So let's see what it has to say to you guys. Okay, there we go. So the first message we have is finance and career. So maybe you have that imposter syndrome about your finance and career, not necessarily about the relationship. Could be both, could be either one of them. And by the way, this change of perception could be in your partner's life as well. If you are not the one that is insecure, could be that your partner is, and that he or she has to go through this change in perspective. And if you're single, it is probably about you. But yeah, if you are in a relationship, it could be either one of you. At least if you're not in separation. That's what I wanted to say. So yeah, finance and career might be the main focus at this moment. Spirit is asking you to be creative, and probably be creative within your finance and career as well. So maybe take on new creative ideas. And with this Ace of Swords, maybe that is the idea that you are getting. This new creative idea being birthed through this rebirth process. Maybe you guys want to do something together, start out something new together within career. And we have balance. So it is very important to maintain balance in your life. And maybe just by changing this perspective, it's important that you are proud of what you have done, and you don't dismiss yourself, but at the same time don't become arrogant and cocky. So just find the right balance between that proudness and just still staying humble at the same time. Kind of want one more though. So let's see if we can get more. There we go. We have romantic feelings. So there are definitely a lot of romantic feelings between the two of you, if you didn't know that yet. But I kind of get the feeling that the people that are watching this pile are in a relationship at this moment and are not in separation. And if you are in separation, there are definitely romantic feelings between the two of you. And they are probably being told. So you are sharing these feelings and communicating about that. And we have confusion. So maybe there is still confusion about the romantic feelings, but I think this confusion is more the imposter syndrome and the idea that you might have that you're not good enough for this other person. So maybe let's see what animal we had, the koala thinks that they are not good enough for the raven because the raven is already so advanced. Or it could be the other way around as well, but I really see that this imposter syndrome is holding you guys back because you might just feel that you are not good enough for your partner. Now, the last oracle cards I have are just the messages from your person. So let's see what they have to say. That came out with a lot of energy. And they are, I'm avoiding you, and no. That's very harsh. Jeez, I'm sorry. But with the confusion and the imposter syndrome and romantic feelings, I feel like your person is just confused and they truly believe that they're not good enough for you, and they are maybe working on their finance and on their career in order to be worthy of you. But they definitely have to change something in their mindset. They need to change that perspective, and they will change that perspective. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in the cards at this moment. So once they can change this perspective, a lot is going to happen within this relationship. But yeah, harsh energies at the moment, and it's just perspective because we have romantic feelings right here. So we know that they have those feelings. We're not imagining that. But they are just too scared. They just have the idea that you deserve better and that they would only screw it up. That sucks though. So I'm sorry this was the end of the reading. It's not very fun to end with a little bit of a negative, downish energy. But I can't do anything about it. Just know it's their perspective. They have to change that. They are going to change that. They are just learning to become more confident. Or maybe it is you that is feeling these feelings. Maybe you are the one that is confused and thinks that you're not good enough for your person, and that's why you are avoiding them. Probably it's a little bit of both because you are probably mirroring each other. But just know that in the upcoming month, this is all going to be worked out and this confusion will dissipate and there will be some clarity. Once you have learned to truly appreciate yourself, they will do the same. So this was it for the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some guidance and it resonated. If it did, please give the video a like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day when you are watching this. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys. Hello my lovely pile number 5s. If you chose this little cat and the lapis lazuli, this is going to be your reading with the beautiful lapis lazuli. I hope it can focus. Yeah, there we go. It's gorgeous, isn't it? With that little bit of gold inside. But let's look at your cards, right? That's the thing you are coming for. So we are starting out with the animal cards, and then we have the general theme, and last the current or the energy in 1 month. So let's see what they are. We are starting out with the turkey on the one side, and we have the stag on the other side. Then for the main energy, we have the shadow, and the energy at this moment, we have respect. And this is a Dutch oracle set, but respect is the same in English, so that makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? So let's start with the energies. We have the turkey and we have the stag. Turkeys are very inquisitive and very curious in nature. So the person that is the turkey person is probably very inquisitive, very curious, always on the explorating, always looking for new things, and yeah, just a curious person. On the other side, we have the stag, and the stag has been through a lot and has learned a lot from experience, and that's why they have this huge crown from all the battles that they have fought and won. They also stand for spiritual enlightenment and for maturity and a lot of other stuff like grace and virility. So the stag spirit is definitely the one that is more evolved and mature. And the turkey is more of the inquisitive, exploring, more of a youthful energy, or at least not as advanced energy. Now, the common energy between the two is the shadow, or at least the energy, the main energy in this relationship, it's the shadow. And the shadow is all about bringing the dark elements into the light to be able to transmute them. So this relationship is all about transforming darker parts of yourself and bringing them up to transmute them, bringing the dark into the light. So that's what this relationship is for, and it is definitely a relationship in which you learn a lot, wherein you both learn a lot. I feel like the stag has already learned a lot from this relationship, and now it's the turkey's time to integrate some stuff because they are still very young in mindset, I feel. And maybe they already have a lot of respect for the stag, and the stag does have a lot of respect for the turkey as well, but I feel like it is a little bit unbalanced at this moment, but I think a change is coming. Now I'm very curious to see what the tarot cards have to say, so I'm gonna clear this out and we are going to take a look at the tarot cards. So I already laid out the tarot and it's time to get into it. So we are starting out with the Four of Wands, and this indicates that there will be a celebration in 1 month. So you will be participating in a celebration. It could be your own party that you are hosting, or this could be a party from someone else. And yeah, let's see what's going on at this party. So with the Seven of Cups, we can see that there is a new opportunity coming, and this opportunity can be very emotional, fulfilling with the Ten of Cups. So there is something coming and you can make the choice to go for it or let this opportunity pass you by. But it seems that it is very emotional, fulfilling. And you have the choice with the Lovers. You have to make a choice about this opportunity. And the opportunity has two sides, and that is the King of Cups, or the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups reversed. And this tells us that it can be, this opportunity has to do with something artistic, somebody artistic and caring and loving, a lot of romance. But at the same time, there is a kind of immaturity and yeah, some issues that are there within this person. Wait a minute, I'm gonna check something. Wait a minute. Just want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the right information. Yeah. So this person can be a little bit manipulative. That's what the King of Cups in reverse is telling us. So maybe this person seems very romantic, very caring and artistic, or artistic, but there is a little bit of manipulation going on. But you have the choice to go for it or let this opportunity pass you by. And if you are single, I definitely see this being a person that you meet at a party that seems like the Ten of Cups energy, so a very emotionally fulfilling relationship, it may seem. But then again, with these two energies, the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse, this person will seem very romantic, very nurturing, very caring, but at the same time this person is very manipulative. And it is for you to decide if you want to go for this. And for people that are in a relationship at this moment, that are not in separation, I think this is your own party, and maybe you have to make a decision about, you guys have an opportunity together to create this Ten of Cups, but maybe that you have to deal with this manipulation. Maybe your partner is manipulating you, or yeah, maybe you have the choice to address something, or you have the opportunity for this Ten of Cups, but your partner is trying to manipulate your decision on a new opportunity that is maybe within your artistic life, your career. And yeah, this could be a creative venture as well that your partner is trying to manipulate if you are in a relationship. So this could be read two ways. It could be a romantic partner, like a romantic person coming into your life at a party, or this could be seen as you within a relationship, maybe getting the opportunity for a career or an artistic career, but someone else is trying to manipulate your decision. So take it as it resonates. Now I want to see some more information on this relationship, and we are going to use these little cards. These are similar to the Romance Angels, but I couldn't find that deck, so I made my own. So let's see what it has to say. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself a lot, but I try to make it as coherent as possible within telling you both sides of the single and the not single people. And maybe you can see your own version in it as well, so you are welcome to share that, and or just take that as it resonates for you. So just make little adjustments. Okay, we have 3 cards. I kind of want one more. There we go. So let's see what they have to say. So the first one is spiritual lesson. So this opportunity might have to do with a spiritual lesson. Maybe this opportunity, it doesn't say if the opportunity itself is the Ten of Cups, but it might seem like the Ten of Cups. So maybe it could be just a person coming up. If you are single, a person coming up that seems like the Ten of Cups, but is not the person you were meant to be with, but just a little test to see if you want to take that opportunity and let the person that was meant to be with you, let them just get some distance. But yeah, there is a spiritual lesson within this opportunity, so be mindful of that once you make that decision, because I think it is a big decision to be made, because with the Lovers it is a major arcana. Most of the times these are big decisions, not just small little things. Then we have children. So maybe children are at play, maybe especially when you are in a relationship, this decision that has to be made is about children. And maybe that's why there is this Ten of Cups energy going with it. You and your partner deciding to have children and maybe just contemplating if it's worth it at this time or if you are ready at the time. Then we have generous. So your person definitely thinks that you are generous, or Spirit is asking you to be generous at this moment, maybe even with this party. Be generous at the party and really celebrate without thinking too much about how much money you spend. And last but not least, we have forgiving and learning. It goes very well with the spiritual lesson that we have. So maybe this opportunity is all about forgiving and learning and just a big lesson. But this is all coming up for you in a month. So you have a month time to try and make out what this is going to be about and what the best way to handle it is going to be. Now I want 2 more messages from another deck. This is my other homemade deck. I just haven't found any good love oracles yet, so I made my own. But let's see what it has to say to you guys. I have questions. So maybe your person has questions and maybe it has to do about the thing that is the lessons that you have to learn at this moment and trying to forgive each other. But maybe they still have unanswered questions that makes it harder, or you have unanswered questions. That could also be the case. And the other one is, I am working on myself. So this could be that you are working on yourself, or that your person is working on their self, or you both are working on yourself, trying to heal, trying to forgive, and trying to learn from all the experiences that have passed already. So that is nice. I do get the feeling that most of the people that are watching this file are in separation at the moment. But I think there will be a big opportunity at a party. Maybe you guys will meet each other again at the party. And you have a lot of things to talk about. And you can decide at that moment if you want to continue on together at the time, or just trying to work things out together. Or if you let that pass you by and move on alone. But just know that there is some manipulation going on within this this situation. And when you get this opportunity, just know that, be mindful of this manipulation. So this was the end of the reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a like. I'm just starting out with this channel and I would love to gain some more followers and help more people with it. So please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell to get notified. I will be doing a lot more of these kind of readings because I really like love readings. So yeah, I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you guys have a great day while watching this. So yeah, I see you guys. Bye bye.